What I am about to share is something I personally witnessed, a terrifying encounter that will haunt anyone who hears it. This happened years ago in Bangladesh, and it's one of those events you wouldn't believe unless you saw it yourself. Hello, viewers. I'm back again with a new story. This is a true event, and I'm sharing it exactly as the person who experienced it wrote it. He wrote, "My name is Habib, speaking from Narayanganj Port, Bangladesh. Since my childhood, I've had a strong interest in supernatural events. Over the years, I've witnessed many incidents and collected stories from family, friends, and others. Today, I want to share an incident I personally saw, which happened around 8 or 9 years ago. There is an area in our port called Chowdhury Bari. Near a school and mosque, there is also a pond. My younger aunt lives there, and sometimes I would go with my cousins. We would sit together, chat, and share stories. It was a habit. One night, around 9:30 p.m., we were near the mosque. Right to its south, there was a flower garden full of blooms. Behind that garden, there was a large pond leading to another area. To reach the pond, you had to cross a narrow path past the garden. This area wasn't very safe. One side had a chalta tree, the other side had an abandoned bathroom and a deserted pond. Few people ever passed through there. We were sitting there when a man appeared. He wasn't very tall, middle-aged, and seemed extremely frightened. He approached us for help, saying something had attacked him. When we shone our phone lights on him, we saw terrible injuries. His arms from shoulder to wrist and his chest were covered in wounds, as if some violent animal had attacked him. We asked him, "What happened? Where are you coming from? Why are you in this state?" He explained everything and took us to the scene with two other friends, lights in hand. The environment matched his story perfectly. According to him, earlier that afternoon, two of his friends had come from a village across the pond. While hanging out, he walked with them toward their village. As evening turned to night, he said goodbye to his friends and began walking home. Crossing the pond near the flower garden, he noticed in the moonlight a figure sitting by the pond. At first, he thought it might be someone he knew, perhaps a friend alone there. He called out several times, but received no reply. The figure slowly turned to him. By the moonlight, he saw a face so horrifying, so grotesque, unlike anything he had ever imagined. The figure's gaze was filled with rage. Then, in a terrifying instant, it extended its hand about 20 feet away and dragged him toward the pond. As it pulled him through the flower garden, we later observed the exact damage. The flowers were trampled, and the garden showed clear signs of disturbance, as if someone had been dragged through. He struggled with the entity, showing great courage, but soon his strength began to fail. At that moment, he remembered the power of prayer. Reciting Surah Al-Fatiha and Surah Al-Ikhlas, he prayed aloud. Miraculously, the entity released him, leaping back several feet at once, and eventually disappeared. When we reached the spot, we saw the trampled flowers, broken bamboo fences, and marks in the soil, matching the path where he had been dragged. The scene confirmed everything he had told us. That was the story he shared. I have witnessed it myself. If time permits, inshallah, I will share more such incidents, either from my own eyes or those of close relatives. Thank you. So, this is one of the true supernatural events that actually happened. Imagine walking alone and encountering something that defies all explanation. Terrifying, isn't it? Stay alert, and until next time, take care of yourselves.